Hey guys, so in this video we are going to be taking a look at this, which is the NECA Predator 2 Ultimate Snake Predator. Now, I recently picked this up, actually only 2 days ago. It turned up last night, so really impressed. Fast delivery, got here a lot quicker than I thought it would, and I'm really excited to take a look at this guy. So, you guys will know that right now I am just obsessing over Predator stuff. I don't know what it is. I really think these NECA releases have just reignited my love for this franchise, despite how terrible the most recent two films have been. But this guy is just amazing from what I've seen from him so far. You guys know that I don't have the patience to wait for reviews before I get this guy open and have a look, but we'll take a quick look at the box. So we've got this really amazing artwork that NECA is using, and it just doesn't disappoint as always. It's absolutely brilliant. Got a very good look of the character there. Got some people in a jeep who are about to get slaughtered. It took me quite a while before I noticed any of this. I was just so busy looking at him. On the side, you've got all the usual, everything is normal. We've got number 9, Ultimate Snake Predator, 30th anniversary line. You've got that sort of background with all the skulls and the Predator 2 logo, which is very shiny. Then on the back, you've got a nice description of the character, which you can pause if you want to read it. Right there. And then you've got this very, very nice sort of images of the character, everything that it includes. You've got the lines, so we only have one more to go, which I'm really, really excited for, and that's the greyback. I know some people have already got theirs in America, and I'm just like, please hurry up and get over here, because this guy is the one I'm looking forward to the most. It's been a really, really good wave, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you guys are fans of Predator, like, you have to get hold of these figures, and, you know, you have to get hold of all of them, really, because they're all good. And then, if we open up, we've got the figure nicely presented in the window box, and as well as this really, really nice promotional image of the figure in front of the diorama set. So yeah, I really want to try and get this diorama set. I haven't been able to find it on sale anywhere from retail, only on the second-hand market. So yeah, I think we're due for a re-release or a restock of this NECA, please, because, you know, I've got all these Predator 2 figures and I just really want that trophy case background. But as you can see, comes with all his accessories, so it's everything that you'd expect from this box. Really, the only thing that changes is the artwork at the front. So without wasting any more time, let's get him out of the box. Okay, and here we have the snake out of the box. So I mean, where do I begin with this one? I am a huge fan of this design. I think the name really speaks for itself, especially when it comes to the pattern on his head and even his eyes. I don't know if you guys can see that. They are snake eyes, which I never realized before. And this guy is just so cool. Now, I will say, just to start off with, that I do think this figure is lacking in accessories, but we'll get onto that a bit later. But in terms of visual design, I honestly think he's absolutely brilliant. I think this is definitely one of the more, I'd say one of the more unique Predators in this line of action figures. Now, one thing that I did forget to mention on my Boar review is NECA are starting to put the nets inside the joints, which is very cool. You guys can see that. They really have done a good job in making their joints less noticeable. I like that they've made sure the pegs are a colour. I mean, it's more noticeable on this side, but it's just a small thing, honestly. I can barely even see these joints, and I have to say the paintwork is masterful on this figure. Like, you look at all the different patterns and textures, and they've really gone to town on this one. I really do like the gloss on this Predator. I know some people don't like the gloss, but I do. I think it really highlights... It just makes it look more organic, which I really like. The one thing I don't get, though, is you've got all this nice gloss on the head and down the body and on the legs, but on the arms you don't. And the paintwork on the arms, just doesn't seem to be as well done as the center of the body. And I'm not too sure why that is. That could be a factory error, but even when you look at the hands and just like the shoulder bicep area, it just looks a bit more cartoony than the amazing paintwork that you're getting on the rest of the body. Same with the feet. So I'm not too sure about that. I didn't really notice until I really had a look at it last night, but it's just something that I did pick up on. But obviously, as I say, that this Predator does look really, really incredible. And he's all fluffy. He's got his fluffy parts here, which are very, very cool, I'm not going to lie. Now, I did have a couple of these hair strands pop out, so just be careful. Don't, be pulling at it or anything, which I'm not sure why you would. But yeah, he does have these nice little fur patches, which are attached to his waist piece. And then he has this, which kind of slots over his shoulder. It's like a necklace of skulls that goes around, and then you've got this furry piece at the top. It's very, very cool. I really do like this. So in terms of articulation, it's everything you'd expect. I mean, we've reviewed these figures so many times. The head's got a good range of motion side to side and up and down. Mine's quite tight, which, is okay. You can do a full 360 if you want to, but I don't think you should because of the dreads. You can bring the arms out roughly to 90 degrees, but just be careful, especially if they're tight. Don't force them because you don't want to break the bicep joint. You have got a 360 at the bicep as well as a double bend at the arm, so you can get the arm to come nicely far back. There is a forward and back on the hands as well as a full rotation because they're on pegs, so that's really, really good. His ab crunch has got quite some good motion. It can 360 side to side and also forward and back, but like I say, I need to heat mine up, before I attempt to do the full movement. There is a full 360 at the waist as well, and you can also lean side to side on that, so the articulation is there. It's just obviously when you have a brand new NECA figure out the box, it is quite tight, so I'm not going to attempt to move those joints. The legs, you can kick forward reasonably far. One of them is tighter than the other. It's a strange thing with this body. Obviously being careful of this, which is quite out the way. So as you can see, it just kind of sits on there, which is good. It doesn't really hinder it. Both of my leg swivels do work, I'm very happy to say. So you guys know the horror stories that I've had with this City Hunter body. The legs can come out to the side as well. You've got a very nice double bend at the knee, which is very good. It can't come right the way up though because the sculpt does hinder it. And like I say, they have carried on the netting sculpt and paint apps into the joints, which is just a nice attention to detail. And the feet are on ball joints, so you can pivot from side to side as well as go forward and backward and rotate if you want to. So yeah, it's the standard. You guys know this City Hunter body. You guys know exactly what you're going to get. But obviously, when buying a Predator figure, especially, in this kind of wave, I think what is a big selling point for them is what they come with. So, unfortunately, like the Boar Predator, this one isn't quite as rich in accessories as some other ones, but we do come with an interchangeable biomasked head. And what's really cool about this biomask is it is just a mask. It doesn't have any screens over the eyes, so you can actually see the eyes in there. I will try and show that a lot better when I do the photography, but it's very difficult to see on camera, but you can actually see the snake eyes in there. I don't know if you guys can see that, just in there. That looks so, so cool. It's quite creepy actually when he has those snake eyes. This is done in a lovely metallic silver, but it has a sort of bronze copper wash over the top. Very, very cool, a very unique biomask. This Predator does have smaller dreads. It's one of those, which actually kind of helps because, you don't have them like hindering the movement of the head. Very, very cool. I do love the design of that. He does come with a disc, which can be placed into his pouch. It's a bit of an effort to do it, but you can get it in there. Some are easier than others. You do come with an open one and a hand that is specially sculpted to hold it. So you can clip that onto the right side. He does come with this little I'm not even going to pronounce. Sorry, I have dyslexia, guys. But this special gel that usually when you get like fabrics with figures, you will come with this, just to help out. He does come with a very clean-looking skull and spine, which is very interesting because, most of them tend to have either a dark wash or a bloody wash, but this one looks very, very clean, a bit like the Stalker's skull, almost as if he's, really preserved it, which is very cool. Great sculpting, just as always, but nothing we haven't seen before. Just, they do seem to vary between cleanness, dirtiness, or bloodiness, so this one is the cleanest I think we've had so far. Then we have open and closed combi sticks, so closed one looking very good, and the open one is very, very nice, slightly warped, but that's standard at this point. Has a really nice shiny gold, but with silver tips, and then you've got the more pliable piece in the middle. So yeah, a bit of hot water, I think you'd be able to straighten this out and get it really good. And this can also be slotted into this hand here, which I'm currently using to hold his exclusive accessories. So these, what are they, scythes or something like that? These are very, very cool. They look very, very Halo, the video game. Not sure. I'm guessing he used these in the comics because obviously you never see these in the film, but yeah, he comes with two hands to hold these. One is slightly more open than the other one. This one, it's a bit harder to get the accessory inside, and just be careful you don't prick yourself with these really sharp nails. Might be worth just heating it up a little bit, but you know me, I do like to pre-put the accessories in the hands before I start recording, just so there's no unfortunate accidents. But to swap these out, very simple. You just twist these off like that, and make sure you take the correct side and just clip that on, and yeah, that looks very, very cool. Okay, and same with the other side. So yeah, these look very, very cool, actually. Very unique, not something that we've really gotten with any other Predators before. So we'll just put these hands there. And lastly, you guys should know this by now, but to swap the head, you simply very carefully just twist it off, like so. Now, be careful when you're doing that because this skull necklace tends to fly off whenever I do it. If you guys want to, you could actually remove his fur and just slide it off the arms, like so. So you can see that. It's even got some brushing underneath. Got them nice skulls over there. Got this fur here. So that's what he looks like without that. But I'm going to keep mine on because I think it's a big part of his character. Obviously, I recommend you don't have these scythes attached when you do this because it's making it so awkward. But we'll get that back on, and that's trapped in there. There we are, very gently. Then we'll put his necklace back on and attach his biomasked head. I'm not even sure if it's really a biomask technically because it doesn't really have anything mechanical about it, which I think is interesting. It's just a mask. So, yeah. Yeah, the swappable heads, the interchangeable heads are never quite as easy to get on as the one that comes on it in the box, but yeah, I'm sure that's pretty understandable. But here he is with his biomask. Now, as awesome as I do think he looks like this, I would have to go with his, well, snake eye head, and simply because I think it's really the paint on his head that gives him the name. You know, when you put his biomask on, which, like I say, looks very, very nice, it it kind of hides his uniqueness, if that makes sense. So I think when displaying him, I'm definitely going to go with this head sculpt. But just look at that. Like, I have to say, NECA and Sculpt are just incredible. I don't quite think they have it with paint all the time, but with Sculpt, definitely. Like, you know, it is just the Jungle Hunter head, and you can see they've got those really nice sort of slightly open mandrels. Um, Obviously the snake eye predator, you know, speaks for itself. Very, very nice. So yeah, I think this is definitely my preferred head sculpt of the two. But overall, I do think this guy is really, really nice. And I think, you know, if you're someone who's been collecting this line, this is definitely a must pick up. Would I recommend this Predator to someone who maybe just wants to pick up the occasional Predator? I would say it's up to you. I'd say if you're a huge fan of this snake design, then definitely. I do wish he came with a few more accessories, you know, because the prices on these figures are going up, and I know that the Elder Predator is going to come with a load of accessories, so I'm really, really excited for that one. But I do really, really like these special weapons that he comes with here. I love the fur. I think that's so cool the way they've done that, and I just genuinely love the paint on this guy. I do sadly think it's a bit weak on the arms, as I've mentioned. I do think that could have been done better, but like I say, it's the City Hunter body. If you've been collecting this line of figures, you know, you already know what to expect with this one, to be honest. But I do think the paint applications on this head, especially the unique mask and his unique weapons, do still make this one, I think, worthy of picking up, you know, if you can find him for a good price, which, you know, there are some toy sites out there that you can find them for really reasonable prices. And like I say, I'm very happy with the site that I picked this one up from. So that's going to do it for this review, guys. Like I say, I hope you guys enjoy the figure photography that I do at the end of these videos, and let me know down in the comments below what you think of this Predator. Are you going to get him, or is this one that you're going to consider passing on? You know, maybe it just hasn't got enough, you know, for you. Maybe you just are just looking forward to the Elder Predator, which I fully understand because that one looks incredible. But do let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. I hope you're all safe and happy wherever you are in the world, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Bye bye.